Hey, good morning, guys. It is really early. It's almost, what is it, 5:20 right now, and we're about to head out to Dana Point Harbor, our home. And I think today we're gonna go over how to use my favorite lure for the harbor, and it's really a catch-all in my opinion. So we're gonna kind of go over that, what to expect, how to throw it, and what kind of fish you can expect from that. And yeah, see you there. Alright guys, here we are. We're at the Dana Point Yacht Club, and this is where I usually park, over here at this corner. And it's early morn. It's just lights just kicking in right now, so no one's really around yet, but there's almost always parking over here during the week, and usually during the weekend too, actually. But we're gonna walk around the corner there and start fishing. Alright guys, here we are at the back of the car in the trunk, and just was taking a look at my soft baits finder here, and I was going to show you kind of what I use mostly. So these are a bunch of just random assorted grubs that I got on Amazon from some private seller. So I'm pretty sure he just molded these himself and is selling them, and they've been working pretty well. And I also love the Big Hammer. Pretty much any of the colors. There's a couple white ones that are really good, and then pretty much all of the motor oil series are really good, which is the green. So there's like a dark green and kind of like a watermelon red, which I ran out of, but something with like a red sparkle is always real nice. So and you just rig these guys on a 1/16 ounce lead head, either a minnow head or just a ball head jig, and that's the setup. Oh my god, look at the water. Oh my god, it's insane. It's crazy out here, guys. Whoa. Oh my god, look at the water. Oh my god. I wonder if they're really little. I think they're just sardines. Look at that. Whoa. It was like a wave of bait fish. Oh my gosh, that was so awesome. Whoa. Look at that. Look at that. How crazy is that? Look at the water. Whoa. Oh, they're tiny. You can see them. They're little tiny sardines. I see them jumping out of the water. Oh yeah, they're tiny, guys. They're tiny. Whoa, look at that, guys. Whoa, it's like a ink blot. That is so cool. All right, this ain't working. Let's just go try and fish down there. Whoa, I see mullet jumping. This is crazy. All right, guys, we're just moving our stuff over here, getting set up in the corner, and I'm gonna show you guys kind of where I like to set up. So let me back up a little bit here. All right. So this is the corner walkway over by the Dana Point Yacht Club over here. You can see over there is the Ocean Institute. There's Baby Beach. There's Captain Dave's. And way down there is the bridge, right? And this is the inner channel. So you can walk along the edge here and actually fish kind of towards the docks when the tide is low enough. So that's what we're gonna do today. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Whoa, look at that. It just keeps going. Look at that. Look at that chain reaction. Oh man, that was awesome. Can you imagine if you could throw a cast net out here? You'd have your body weight in sardines on every cast. So a tip, if you're gonna walk down here on the shoal, always walk on the small rocks. If you step on anything big, you're gonna slip. Because this is very, 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 very slippery. All right, let's start casting, guys. What a beautiful morning out here. All right, so like I said, we're gonna be throwing those crappie grubs today on those little lead heads that I showed you. I'm curious if we're gonna catch any fish when we have this sort of competition, right? There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bait fish swimming around. Now, potentially that could mean that it's easier to catch something, right? Because there's there could be more predators out feeding, but it could also mean that it's gonna decrease the chances that the fish see, you know, our lure out of the thousands and thousands of fish swimming around, right? So we'll see how it goes here. Lots of fish hitting the surface and just getting their fill right now. So I am definitely curious if that's going to affect our hookup ratio here. All right, here we go. We're gonna fish kind of towards the docks. Oh, look at that. So many. I mean, really, guys, I've never seen this many bait fish in here. I bet it's gonna be tough to catch fish right now. No strikes yet, guys. Look at that. Yeah, they are tiny. I'm gonna switch to a brighter color. I think we need to stand out right now, you know? This green's pretty dark. Let's try like a white or a UV color. Maybe a brighter green or yellow. This one might work. Let's try this bright green. So I'm gonna fish the bottom and just go real slow and hope that it looks a little different than the little bait fish up top. So at least we can distinguish ourselves a little bit. Because if we fish in those schools, there's a chance we just get completely lost. Got him. We caught a fish in all this. Let's go. Against all odds. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Nice little calico. Looks like, ah, he came off. That's okay. At least we got to look at him. Nice. Fish on. Let's keep at it. So it looks like we can still fish the bottom and get away with it here. Look at these bugs. Can you guys see these? Let me know in the comments if you can identify this isopod. These guys look cool, man. Maybe don't come down here if you're freaked out by bugs, because these guys are crawling literally everywhere down here. But they're not too bad. They're harmless. The only thing I would say down here is that there are a lot of little flies and they bite you. So it's a good idea to bring some bug spray if you come down here. Whoa. Is it a good one or is he just fighting? He's just fighting. Oh, it's a decent size. It's a spotty. Nice, guys. 2 in a row. I guess the bait fish are helping us, man. They're hungry. They're looking around. Oh, that is so awesome. Look at that, guys. A nice spotty on that green grub. Look at that. That's all right. Let's get stabbed. I'm all right. Oh, here he took blood. Awesome, man. Nice spotty. The spotties are coming back. Beautiful spotty. Look at that. What a morning. Beautiful. All right, let's release him. Thanks for playing, little guy. So here's the color we caught the last 2 fish on. I switched it up. I started with that dark green watermelon. I think it was the Big Hammer, one of the motor oil series. But I think it was just a little bit too dark for the fish to see out there. So we switched it up to this bright green one. And we're running it tail up, but it really doesn't matter. Even if I mess up the presentation, I generally still throw it. Yeah, we just caught the calico and the spotted on this guy. And this one's on a little minnow lead head. Same sizes as the jig heads that I showed you earlier, but these are just a different variation with a little fish head on it. But these work great too. Cool, let's keep throwing it. Just like that, look at that. The light comes out and the sardines are gone. Because they know it's dangerous out here. But I bet all the fish are still looking. This is probably a really good time, actually. Really good time to get some strikes. Absolutely gorgeous morning. Beautiful. I'm just running this lure right along the edge here. Oh, that sucks. We had a bunch of this like vermicelli seaweed. Look at this stuff. How cool is that? It's like see-through. Looks like glass noodles. Just trying to run it along the edge here and see if there's any calicos here. Most of the calicos are right along the rock edge here. See some little opal eyes down there, snacking on some red algae. Little guys, maybe an inch, half inch. Well, the reason I like the tail up presentation is when I'm resting it, it's gonna sit with that tail up. And I don't know if you guys can see that in the water right now, but you're gonna get better action than when it's sitting down. And I do a lot of pausing, so. And I get a lot of my strikes on those pauses. I'm wondering if it's partially due to that tail being up. I think it is, you know. Means I can just barely twitch the rod and get a really nice presentation on the ground there. It's almost like a little mini Ned rig, you know, with that tail flopping around. No more strikes since those 2 fish. Delicious coffee. Well, it's gone quiet since the sun came out. No bites. So I'm just gonna slow it down a bit. There's a bite right there. Oh, we missed it though. Alright guys, so I recommend running Braid to fluoro out here. You almost need to treat this like lake fishing, you know, if you're fishing for trout or bass. Presentation really matters, and the water, as you can see, really never moves too much, right? There's some current, but the fish are gonna have pretty good vision in here. It's not like when you're fishing off the jetty and the waves are just smashing and the surf's really moving. You know, it's a lot tougher for those fish to see stuff out there, so you can run full mono or get away with more out there. But you need to be a little bit more careful when you fish in here and try and fish with more finesse if possible. So I always recommend going lighter if possible. I generally run 6 to 8 pound fluoro and 10 pound braid, but you can mess around with your numbers and see what works for you. So generally out here you're going to catch most of your spotted bass and your barred bass past the rocks, and you're going to catch most of your calicos right at the edge of the rocks here. Look at that, beautiful. Sun's coming out though. It's going to be real hot in a second over here, so we're going to move our stuff. And you know what, I might actually start moving around the edge here and just kind of throwing our lure and working our way down and see how we do. All right, let's move down here a little bit. Let's try our luck right here. Look at the crabbies. Got one. Dude, what? He is strong. I don't want him to get under. Nice size. Whoa, wasn't expecting that. Nice hit over here, guys. All right, let's get down to the water so we don't lose him. We can pull him out because he's trying to drag me under here. He's tucked himself. Get out of there. There he is. Look at that. Nice spotty. Beautiful spotty. Another one. How cool is that, guys? That's on the same little green grub. We're gonna try and lip him. So just a tip, guys, when you're lipping these guys, the bigger they get, the more their teeth growing. And they do have sharp little teeth, but oh god, if you let them kind of freak out for a little bit and then and then lip them, you can generally hold them after that and they won't freak out anymore. You might kind of tear your thumb up a little bit. Dude, this guy's really got it stuck in there. There we go. What a nice fish. Very happy with that one, guys. I thought they'd gone away here in the morning. You can see the sun's out and we got a nice little spotty here. Beautiful fish. All right, thanks for playing, buddy. Ooh. That's 2 spotties I've caught like right at the edge. That's kind of crazy, actually. Beautiful, beautiful morning out here. Unbelievable. Like, really, guys, it's so nice. And if you're scared to fish out in the harbor, don't be, man. Come out here, get a Crappie Grub, get a little ultralight rod, get your license, get your ocean stamp, and come fish the edges out here, man. It is so fun, and there's so much fishable area. You can see, like, I mean, it's got to be like 2 miles out here. Anyone can do it. Just got to put in the time and, you know, be patient. So here's a tip, guys. If you're doing this slow reeling on the bottom, you're generally going to run into some kelp or a rock or something at some point, and it's going to feel like you can't really reel anymore, like the tension's getting tight, right? And it's going to feel like you want to have to pull it out, right, or jerk it out of whatever it's stuck on. But what I like to do is, instead of doing that, you can just do a quick pop and push through it, and it'll generally get you up and over whatever that obstacle is, and it's going to give it a nice action on the lure as it kind of moves through whatever obstacle it is and moves past it and lands. And then you can just continue reeling like you were, and you don't have to give a big crazy break or some, you know, giant crazy jerk action when you're trying to just do a slow retrieve on the floor. We're going to try the lift and fall method right now. Just lift our rod up and leave it in place and let that lure fall back towards us slowly, and then give it a pause, reel in the slack, and do it again. There it is. Oh, I missed it. I went to go itch my arm. No, that's why you got to be ready, folks. Oh my god, whoops, that was a goof. Try it again. Another bite. There it is. He missed it again. Dang it. That wasn't me that time. He just missed. He just goofed. What the hell? Just like that. Just like that. Right on the fall. The lift and retrieve. Oh, he got me under and then he gave me a weed in return. Tricky, dude. These fish are good. I thought I got him. Got it. Oh, he dragged me under. There we go. Whew, that was close. See how fast they are? There we go. Nice little calico at the edge. Really gray calico. He's small though, but we'll take him nonetheless. Thank you for biting, sir. Nice little calico there. They're generally this size to about 10 inches, and they almost always hit right at the edge of the rocks there. And these guys move out a little bit earlier than the other bass, so you're generally going to catch them a bit smaller, but still fun little fighters. You'll always be surprised by how small they are when you pull them up, because they feel bigger than they look, you know. But thanks for playing, dude. So you guys can see we're still using the same grub as before. It's getting a little torn up, but still working okay. Nice, good cast, good distance. The toughest thing about fishing these is probably, you know, getting the actual lure out there when you cast it. It's lightweight, 1/16 ounce. The actual soft bait's probably not adding much, and you have no other weights to assist you, right? Usually not running this with a Carolina rig setup or anything, so it's just that guy. So that's where the braid really helps to get your castability a bit longer than normal. Don't get stuck casting in the same spot for too long. You know, obviously if it's busy and you need to stay in one spot, that's fine. But when we're in an area like this, we have so much fishable zone, right? So I could just keep walking along this edge and just eventually find a fish who likes my presentation, probably, which isn't always a bad idea. So definitely don't feel like you have to be hunkered down or stay in one spot. Getting more coverage is always going to be more beneficial, I think, unless you're just completely on some massive boil or something, you're just slamming it, but that doesn't really happen in the harbor. And bait fishing's fun too, you know. I do that, I still do that a lot of times. I'll bring out multiple rods and have one bait and weight and be actively fishing a lure on the other, and you know, it's fun to do different things while you're fishing. Definitely don't get stuck in a rut or feel like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna lead us and I can only throw hard baits, or I can only throw soft baits, or be open, man. Like, fishing is fishing, and definitely don't put other people down who are only bait fishers or only lure fishers. You know, everybody does different, everybody enjoys different things, and I think it's just good to be open, you know, have an open mind about it. All right, guys, we're still here, we're still cruising, but you know, I might stop fishing the lure. Tide is starting to slack out a bit here, and you can kind of tell there's these nasty foam bubbles on top of the water, and it starts to look real oily, and it's just not moving very much, which means the action is generally going to slow down. That's really all there is to it, guys. Throw the Crappie Grub on one of those little lead heads, get a nice ultralight setup, come out here and just you know, take your time with it, and you're gonna do great. All right, we're gonna do some opaleye fishing. Here's what we're rocking today: the Eagle Claw CG66 MS2. It's a 6'6" spinning reel, medium action, and we run 10-pound braid on this to 8-pound fluorocarbon, and we're just using a little barrel swivel up here, and I have some removable weights which I'm going to take off here. I was using these when the current was a little stronger on the other side. You definitely don't need these guys, but they will help if you know, the current's just moving it too much and you do want to still do some opaleye fishing or perch fishing. Oh, there we go. Really felt them. A little opaleye here. Get him up. Nice. Pretty opaleye. All right. Thanks for playing, little guy. Woo! Look at the size of this thing. What is this? I've never caught one of these. What is this? Is this a wrasse? What? No way. Guys, is this a wrasse? What? Whoa. They got teeth, dude. Look at that. Awesome. How cool is that on the green peas, man? You never know what you're gonna get. That totally makes my morning. That is so awesome, man. Look at that, guys. Gorgeous fish. I'm gonna take a picture and so we can ID it later. All right, guys, so there it is. Beautiful fish. All right, we're gonna throw him back. What do we got? Little kelpie? Yep, little bass. Tiny little bass. Look at him, so cool. Tiny guy. Can barely lip him. Look how small he is. So cute. So feisty. Alright, see you later, dude. Yes! Is that a spotty on the P? Oh my god, look at that, guys! A nice spotty on the P on a tiny little size 6 bait hook. Hello? That's what's up, dude. That's called a backup plan. That's called a backup plan right there. He just slammed that P, man. Look at that, P in the mouth. All right, guys, we're about to take off. I think we caught about 12 today. Got a new species. Caught a bunch on the lure and also switched it up and caught a bunch on the green peas, which is awesome. So it's always good to have a backup plan when you come out here. But hopefully you guys learned something about using those crappie grubs and always having a backup plan if you want to try and catch some fish. So see you guys for the next one. See you.